Greetings. What's up? It's Deborah. So, how do I, as an individual, end suffering in the world? That's what we're going to really quickly touch on today. Um, Someone brought out something really great in yesterday's live about the fact that many children don't actually get taught what's right and what's wrong. And the challenge with that is that if they're not taught what's right and what's wrong, they have to figure life out for themselves. And can you imagine as a little child trying to figure all those things out? I can't even imagine. I had the opposite problem where I was given very strict rules. So, what I wanted to address and just take a moment of reflection for is all the children who are neglected, who are abused, who are not given a fair shot at the beginning of their lives. And as an empath, I feel the group consciousness pain, and most of the people I work with are empaths as well and feel it as well. And often the challenge that we have as empaths is how do we actually solve this? How do we actually bring an end to suffering? It seems so overwhelming and it seems like too much and it seems like something that we can't do anything about. Maybe when we look at the news, maybe when we hear reports of um, suffering of all creatures on earth, not just children, also adults, also people in different countries, also people in our backyard, also animals, all of it, right? It creates so much pain for us. So I wanted to take a moment to really address this because I know this is a huge issue for anyone who is a maverick. We're about solutions. We're about solving problems. And often it feels like, how can we do anything? Hi, Janine, it's nice to see you. How can we do anything and really make a huge difference? So, I really wanted to talk about this. This is something that's close to my heart. We've had a lot go on this year with coronavirus, with the Black Lives Matter movement. Before that, it's been many movements, so many tragedies, so many things that people mourn and grieve, even right now in Beirut. I mean, so much going on, right? How do we deal with this and still show up as our best? Well, one thing that I wanted to share with you is a really simple model I call the 4 stages of disruption. And really, I know it's an oversimplification. And I know if you're a maverick, if you're a disruptor, you're not going to feel like you fit into any of the categories. I get it. I'm a maverick too. But basically, it's just a really simple model for being able to understand how and where we are in our leadership as disruptors. All right. So the first stage is the outcast. That's where we all start. We all start feeling like we're rejected, like we're not loved, like we're not enough because we're different. Right. The second phase is the rebel, and that's the phase of all of the movements. Me Too, hashtag Me Too, hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag all of those. They all fall under the rebel energy. It's usually who are reporting on things going wrong, right? If they're journalists, if they are activists, they're usually in the rebel energy, which is trying to deconstruct the powers that the institutions or the issues that are set up by the powers that be that create so much suffering, right, for humanity and for the planet. So that's one area. Now, another area, hi, good news, it's good to see you. Another area, the third stage, is the maverick. That's where I am. That's a purpose driven leader. That's someone who is really just focused on their vision, and their vision looks wacky, right? Looks nuts to everybody else. But they know that that's what they're headed for, and they're like, whatever. Yeah, all the movements and stuff aren't as relevant to them because they're really just focused on their mission and fulfilling their purpose for being here. And then finally, we have the global villager, and they've been there, done that. They've built and sold empires. They've created and they've destroyed. They've lost and they've regained. They've done it all. They're past that, and now they're just here to reach out a helping hand to others in earlier stages to help them up. They're past judgment, they're past fear, they're past a lot of that stuff. And they're really the most connected with the fact that we are all one. Okay, so those are our 4 stages. And what I'd like to say is because I know a lot of times when we hear about things like human trafficking or child abuse, we usually hear about them in the rebel energy. Those are the people that are like, this is wrong, it needs to stop. And I agree. However, for those of us who are more leaning towards being mavericks, it's actually really hard for us to actually come up with our best work in the rebel energy because it's not our home energy right now, right? Thanks for the notes, Janine. Our home energy is to create solutions, to look at what we really want and operate from there. And those are the people that I work with because there's so much that you can do when you operate from your best, when you live as you want things to be rather than as you see that they are, which is all an illusion. That's a different story. And then you tap into your intuition to get guidance on how you can help right now. Okay, tapping into intuition, there's someone, I think it was, oh man, I'm forgetting her name now. She did a really good short video she's got a series of 4 short videos on the 4 steps of intuition tapping. It's pretty much exactly what I teach as well. I will tag her in the comments so you can check her videos out for her brain. I'm just having drawn, her name is, I'm drawing a blank on. But basically, those are the 3 things that every single person can do, no matter your financial situation, no matter your status, no matter your job description, your job title. When you do those 3 things, you absolutely are a superhero and you are changing the world. And if each of us takes ownership of our little piece, what happens is over time that becomes a ripple effect and it creates a new group consciousness. And that's what's happening around the world. It's already happening, but we can add momentum, we can add fuel to that fire by doing those 3 things. So if this was helpful, please go ahead and hit the like button, share it with someone, and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I know this is a really controversial topic, and I'm just touching on the edges of it, but I really wanted to address it because it was a really good point that was brought up yesterday about children. And if you want to learn more about the 4 stages, and I have a whole workshop on that, just let me know in the comments. It's free. I'll send it to you. All right. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Bye.